Hello and welcome to Scale War Machines. Sometime in the annals of modelling history, someone, somewhere, decided to coat their model in floor polish. We don't know who it was, or why they did it, but it worked. Ever since that day, modellers have been using it as a way to seal and protect their model's paint finish. So here's our guide to using Johnson's Klear. To showcase this technique, we'll be using the excellent Tamiya Citroen Staff Car. This kit is a gem, easy to build, with few parts. You could make it straight out of the box, or add some photo etch for more detail. For us, the only weak part are the wheels, so we swapped those for an upgrade set from Huzzar. Other than that, it was business as usual. After a quick dust down, we primed it in Vallejo Dark German Yellow. Then we base coated in a mix of Tamiya acrylics, XF60 Dark Yellow and XF59 Desert Yellow in 2 passes. The thin camouflage coat was added using XF67 NATO Green. The trick when doing this subtle camouflage is to have a decent double action airbrush. Use very thin paint and go repeatedly over an area to build up colour. Also, make sure your airbrush compressor is at a low setting. Mistakes will happen, but they are easily repaired with more base coat. Give the model a light dusting with both yellow and green to blend the colours. So how do you protect this delicate camouflage scheme from what's to come? The answer is Johnson's Klear. This liquid floor product is cheap, harmless and easy to spray. When dry, it gives a hard, durable, protective finish. You could use other products, like gloss varnish or Tamiya Klear, but we're going for the household floor polish because it will dry in record time. Start off by coating the model in neat Klear, building up thin coats as you go. Make sure you spray evenly. Set it aside to dry. Now you may find that the first coat leaves a faintly pitted appearance, so just take some water and dilute more Klear. Next, spray a wet coat onto the model. A wet coat allows a smooth coating of Klear to build up on the surface, not so much that it runs, but enough that it shines. You can then speed drying with a hairdryer and recoat as many times as necessary to get a smooth base. After it has dried thoroughly, your base paint scheme is ready to be weathered without risk of damage. As an added bonus, you also get a perfectly smooth surface that is ideal for adding transfers or decals. Now, there's just one problem. Johnson's recently reformulated Klear, so the old bottles like you see here have been replaced in the UK by this Pledge multi-surface wax. We kept a stockpile of the old stuff, but having tested the new formula, we can say that it does sort of work. But it's definitely not as smooth, and they've added a strange wax additive that has changed the consistency. If you're watching this in the States or other territories, Klear is sometimes called Future, and that is still available. And here's a good example of why Klear is a good idea. When we're handling this model, some putty managed to damage the paint finish. Now this could spell disaster for most paint jobs, but because we've protected it with Klear, we can very gently sand off most of the putty. This would be impossible if we hadn't used that protective coat of Klear. After a bit of sanding, there's a nice smooth base without too much peripheral damage. We can then touch up and repair. This extra level of protection for your delicate base coat is another excellent reason for using Johnson's Klear. Once you're done, just seal it all again, and the damage isn't even noticeable. Klear, Future, multi-surface wax, who cares what it's called, just get some and start using it on your models. Happy modelling.
Subscribe for our latest videos.